This one in a nutshell, you don't even have to watch the fragrance review. This is a solid Oriental from a brand that actually strays away from producing men's darker scents. They did pretty good. What's going on, YouTube fragrance family? Welcome to another Robes 08 fragrance review. Today I'm going to put my nose on the house of Bvlgari and the scent called Bvlgari Man in Black. Man in Black hit the shelves in 2014. Bottle sizes are, you see this one is the 1 ounce, the little guy. Then there's a 2 ounce and there's a 3.4 ounce. Concentrations eau de parfum. Flankers, this is a flanker of the original Bvlgari Man. Pricing online varies from $30 to $100. Discounters have this for so much cheaper. Bvlgari is one of those brands that I always wait. You get patient, never go full retail with Bvlgari. Meat and potato time, psych. We got to thank my partner, FragranceX.com, for Bvlgari Man in Black. You can utilize my sweet code, ROBES08, 15% off on this fragrance and any other fragrance on their website. This one, blind buy from me, super uber cheap. I got the little guy. I wish I got the bigger bottle because the bottles are beautiful by Bvlgari. The Man series, beautiful bottles, by the way. This one really nice. Even though I got the small guy, still nice. Nose behind this, famous perfumier in our game, Alberto Moreales. Let's take a look at the note breakdown. In the opening, we got rum and spices. So a generic spice note. Mid, we got leather, iris, and tuberose. In the base, we got benzoin, tonka beans, and gaiac wood. Major notes to this nose right here, we got some iris, the leather, and those spices up front, they're gonna hit you. Group Oriental Floral Fragrance. How many sprays and where? I go 1 on the chest, 2 on the neck, her and her, and then 2 on the arms, right here. And that is, if my math is correct, 5 sprays of Bvlgari Man in Black. Now that we got all that junk out of the way, it's time to really get into those meat and potatoes of the fragrance review. Let's spray a couple on my hand and let's delve into it. The introduction. She smells so familiar. Now, whoa, hey, pump the brakes. Just because it smells familiar doesn't mean she's bad. It smells familiar. It's not a bad thing, but we want to make sure it holds a candle to what it smells like, right? Right. It pulls from a lot of designer scents, and you're going to see me name drop a couple times in this fragrance review, which is nice to do. But we want to see if this holds a candle to those fragrances because a lot of fragrances do have this type of theme. And so let's pull the layers out of this bad boy and let's see what we get as a whole. So primary off the bat, Bvlgari Man in Black. She's a fall scent. Right off the bat, I'm like, ooh, this is going to be nice. It's dark. You get those darker notes and they gravitate my nose to some booziness, a little bit of booziness here. And we got some spice. The spice is going to be your main theme with this introduction. And then it has a tobacco-like, leathery backbone to the fragrance. Really interesting, very dark, obviously. They are pretty generic with the note breakdown here with the spice. And I'm like, okay, so I'm just going to throw out my own spices that I smell. And what do I smell here? Pink pepper. I get some cinnamon. I get some cardamom here. And that's really my spice mix in Bvlgari Man in Black. I wish somebody would say, hey, you got a good nose or you got a bad nose. Let me know what you guys think, which spices that you get in this fragrance. But that's what I'm getting. These spices are at the forefront of the introduction. That's what you're going to get. You're going to hit with that. These spices are your primary theme in Bvlgari Man in Black. And they are going to be at the forefront of the introduction of the fragrance. Now, there is a boozy tone to this fragrance. Rum, obviously. It's faint. It goes into the background, never to be found again. It may remind some users to CH Men Privé because of the booze, which can be accurate since both scents have that kind of idea up top, but it quickly fades in this fragrance. I didn't feel like there was much to that note in this fragrance. Now, the pepper here feels like pink pepper to this nose right here, giving off its rosy red quality. And with the cinnamon combo, immediately brings me to Spice Bomb, but not as strong and not as potent as Spice Bomb. To my nose. I think Spice Bomb is much bolder, much stronger to my nose, and a bigger fragrance than this one. I'm not going to say better constructed because it's all about what you guys think about your what you get from the fragrance, but I feel like Spice Bomb was better constructed than this fragrance. Now, can I call this Spice Bomb Junior? Hell yeah, I will. The use of cinnamon almost brings me immediately to Gucci Pudum 2. And if you really delve your nose into it, not really out of, your scent bubble, but really delve into it while you're dissecting this fragrance, and I do that from time to time, just go like this and start thinking, okay, what do I get? I was getting that cinnamon, but the use of it, cinnamon, is bang on from Gucci Pudum 2. Very uncanny that these are utilizing that same type of cinnamon. It really smells like it. The use of spices also reminds me of Burberry London a little bit in this fragrance, which also is an excellent scent. So I've already name dropped a few scents and some not bad ones, to be quite honest. The one thing I really appreciated is the opening in this fragrance is very uncanny from anything from the House of Bvlgari. They usually don't do dark, which is nice to see from my palette. They're really known for, of course, their aqua line, their tea-like fragrances. Bvlgari Black, you could say, is a darker scent. But really, their bread and butter is fresher, safer scents. And I really do applaud them that they made a darker scent here with Man in Black. Now, in the dry down, this thing, Man in Black shows more of a floral aspect with some darker leather tones. The sweetness with the tonka and the benzoin is going to come through. Some woods here too. The iris here kind of softens off the leather with the tobacco-like qualities. The iris is powdery, so keep that in mind. Not that this scent is overly powdery, to be quite honest. Now, the leather in here is very soft, suede-like, with some spices sprinkled all over it. It may remind the user of tobacco, and I can see that. The sweetness starts in the early heart until the end of the scent, and this is on behalf of course, the tonka and the benzoin. However, it's not too heavy as far as its presence goes. I really felt like this wasn't any tonka or benzoin heavy fragrance. It has a lot of it, but it has its presence. Just enough to say it's there. It really pushes the vanillic aspect of both those notes, because both those notes have vanillic qualities, and they really do show that in this fragrance. The spices do mellow out here more into the deeper dry down. Overall, nicely composed scent from the House of Bvlgari. Overall, this fragrance right here is a solid release. I'm not sure it's worth retail, what they're asking for. Like I went into, I think I went to Sephora or something like that. And in Canada, it was like, I think $90 to $115 Canadian. What? No way, no shape or form will I ever pay $90 to $115 for this fragrance. However, at discounters, we're looking at more $50. That's more my speed, and that's what you're going to be paying for this. So Bvlgari is a brand that I have like a couple brands that I just go never pay retail. This is one of those, unless I really can't find the fragrance. So this one, I don't pay retail, and I don't think it's worth that money. $90 to $100? No, I don't think so. It's not built as well as other fragrances in that price range if you're looking at retail. The blend is good, the complexity is there. I like this release, but not very unique in my opinion, which is fine if you don't own too many scents. I really feel like I got a lot of fragrances that does what this does. I think personally, and some of you may shoot me in the foot with this comment, but I think Spice Bomb does this and does it better, in my opinion. And we all have opinions, so don't shoot me. The one hiccup with this one, and you're going to see it in the rating system, is the push on this fragrance. I really prefer the bomb because it bombs. It really does throw out like a bomb. And this thing kind of bombs on my skin. It really does not throw out too much. So for darker scents, I like that push. And Spice Bomb gives me that big push. This one does not. But good release. Very good release. Now let's take a look at recommended age. Some people compare this to Spice Bomb and saying it's the more mature Spice Bomb. I could see that. I see you. But I think it's 20 plus. I could see a teenager rocking this though, that likes darker scents. Hell, why not? If you can find it in a bargain bin or something like that, never. I will slap you if you paid $100 for this bottle. Unless you got the really big bottle, I guess. But never, ever in my life would I spend that much on this type of fragrance. Fragrances that it reminds me of, there's a lot of them. But I name dropped Spice Bomb, of course, the introduction, Burberry London. It's got a little bit of that spice kick, that CH Men Privé. It's got that Gucci Pudum 2 cinnamon. I can go on and on. This is nothing new in the fragrance game. Best time to wear this fragrance is the nighttime, going out on a date, bar, whatever. Really a nighttime scent for me. Seasons, fall, spring nights, summer nights. This did not do well in these Canadian winters. I'm sorry, but you don't last. You don't project too much either. So that hurts its score, but it's one of those fall scents or nighttime for spring and summer for me. Development, linear, average, or complex, fairly, I don't want to say linear, but closer to average. Work appropriate? No. Signature scent worthy? No. Now let's get into the rating system. Let's take a look at it. Projection, longevity. As you can see, fairly low scores here. We got a 5 for projection, average to low. Longevity, 6 bottles out of 10, 5 to 7 hours. So it's a little weaker than I wanted from this type of scent. Compliment factor, 7 bottles out of 10. Fairly good as far as a compliment getter. It will get you some compliments. Uniqueness, 6 bottles out of 10. Again, it's not a unique fragrance per se. Pricing versus what you get, 6 bottles out of 10. Don't do retail. I've already said it a million times. Versatility, we get 6 bottles out of 10. Again, it has some versatility as a darker scent because it doesn't have that much push. So again, fall, spring. Smell, I'm going to give it a pretty good score. 8 bottles out of 10. Really does smell great on my skin. And that goes to an overall score, 7 bottles out of 10. A solid release by the House of Bvlgari, but not great. And that goes to buy, try, or pass. This is a definite try. It all depends on where you're at your journey. If you own multiple fragrances that I just named off, like Spice Bomb, Burberry London, CH Men Privé, Gucci Pour Homme 2, why would you get this? This is a waste of your money, to be quite honest. For me, it's one of those that may get lost in the shuffle, I'll be honest, and that's why I got a 7 out of 10. But it may have, one season or another, I may just really enjoy this fragrance. I could see that, and it may sneak into one of my top 10s once in a while. So it's a definite 7. It's a definite try. It's not going to be for everybody. So I want to thank everybody for watching my review on Bvlgari Man in Black. Please comment below if you have smelled this fragrance. Love it, hate it. I love hearing your take on that. Please remember, a great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching.